Hello. I was going to say a few words today about conditional well-being, which is pretty much how most of us live our lives. I'll be okay when kind of sentences, and they just crop up all the time. I'll be okay when I get the new job. I'll be okay when I've lost some weight. I'll be okay when I've achieved XYZ, bought the next house, been on that big holiday, whatever it might be. It looks so much like that is the answer to securing an idea of a kind of content and happy self. But actually, all that's going on there is there's a script that's running internally that's making a promise of happiness that's outside of this moment. And every time we're kind of chasing happiness beyond now, it's kind of a mind game into future analysis, and it takes us away from kind of the peace that exists always in this moment. And it does look really, really compelling, doesn't it? Because it looks like right now I am lacking, and when I achieve that, then I'll feel better. And that might happen really temporarily. There might be a sense of like, oh, relief when we get there, when we've acquired whatever it is we want to acquire. And then, sure enough, it will come back again, because all that's happened in that moment is that the thinking has dropped away. All that thinking around what will create this structure of happiness for this separate self pipes up, and then it goes quiet. And we think that it's the object out there that's the reason why we're feeling this sense of calm and inner peace. But all that's really happened is that the thinking has dropped down, and we've kind of reconnected with our innate well-being, and it's always there. It's kind of way simpler than we imagine it to be, because the mind is so compelling. It's this narrative that just keeps going round and round and round, and it's so believable. And sometimes we have to go to direct evidence. We need to see it ourselves in order to kind of prove it to ourselves, rather than just hearing it through a video or a theory from somebody else. I remember my son getting I think it was a new lunchbox, something he desperately wanted for school, and he was, Mom, I really need this, I really want it, it's whatever brand, and if I have this, everything will be okay. And then we got it, and then he must have only been about 8 or 9. I remember him turning to me in the car and saying, do you know what? I know that in a few weeks' time, I'll probably just not really care so much about that. And it felt like it was like in that moment, the simplicity of it was just like, yep, that is it. That's consumerism. This constant treadmill of like something that takes you outside of this moment that we never quite meet and we never quite get there. And that's what keeps us driven and focused and so motivated. But equally, we never quite resolve the unresolvable, because it's not possible. The only way to really, really see it happen is to tune into awareness, keep watching those patterns emerging, step back a little bit and get quiet and get curious and get still. And then we sense that beneath that chatter and all those promises and all that narrative is the stillness and the calm and the contentment that we were searching for. Have a lovely afternoon. Bye bye.